Okay, so welcome back to Tech Quarters TV. This is episode 2 with the great Angela Evans, business group lead from Microsoft 365, and here at Tech Quarters. So, Angela, I suppose one of the key things that we've been talking about, the hot topic at the moment, is inclusivity, accessibility. You know, how is that embedded into the Microsoft 365 package?
Great question, Chris, and one that I'm really passionate about. So thank you very much for asking.
My pleasure.
You know, if I think about inclusivity, what I think about is actually creating an environment where everybody can be their best at work and feel that they can contribute and be included within that. And the best thing about within Microsoft 365 is actually at the heart of our design, we think about inclusivity and accessibility. We've got such a range of amazing tools that can help people that may be disadvantaged in some ways, but to be honest, they actually help people that don't have those accessibility challenges.
I agree.
And if you think about it, it's like 1 billion people, so 1 in 8 people on the planet have some form of disability challenge at some point. That can be situational, that can be permanent, it can be temporary, but they're people that can actually work and be effective, and how we can give them tools so that they can contribute well is there. Now, I could talk for an hour at least on all of those different elements of the tools. I won't do that because I'm sure you're going to do a great range of videos, aren't you, on all the tools that are available to people.
Yeah, we might well do that.
Yeah.
I use Magnifier myself, actually. You know, if you've had a hard day at the office, you know, you're staring at your screen all the time, you just want to go Magnifier, turn it on in the Access Control Center. People don't know about these tools, you know, they're just phenomenal.
That's right, and they're within Windows 10, they're there, you can change your settings for yourself, and you can do it with people knowing, without people knowing, you can do whichever way you want. And I'm a big fan of actually the learning tools as well that we have within Office 365. So how we have our immersive reader, how you can create focus time, you know, we have a lot going on all the time, don't we? There's clutter, and just creating a way for you to be able to really zone in on the piece of work that you're focused on is great. I won't ask you if you're the 1 in 8 men that happens to be suffering from colourblind. I mean, I can believe that statistic.
I didn't know that. Wow.
1 in 8 men that have that. And actually, I remember recently in a customer conversation where we were actually demoing, just showed the difference in the colourblind filters. We flipped it on. There was a gentleman in the room who went, I've just seen a completely different chart.
Now I see it, quite.
No, didn't even know.
Yeah, awesome stuff. We've actually developed artificial intelligence is obviously the buzzword and still is, but we've developed a bot around that essentially just serves up these kind of videos, you know, and every time we create one of these videos, it helps me understand, you know, the accessibility checker, what are these new accessible functions, and I think it's fair to say Microsoft are probably releasing new functions, you know, once every couple of weeks now, you know, on the accessibility side of things. You know, there must be this fantastic drawing board of all these great tools being really focused down on developing and delivering for the partners and customers. We've got to shout about this, haven't we?
We have indeed, and I think there's two things that not just about how it's built in at the design stage of the as the product is created, but actually how we test those features as well. So we have people within engineering that have some of those challenges, and then we have focus groups within Microsoft as well that actually work really closely with engineering to test and make sure how accessible those tools are. So that's one thing. And thank you for mentioning the accessibility checker, because if there was one top tip I would give to everybody, it's a way that you can all just be a little bit more inclusive in everything that you do. Just tick on the checker. It will tell you ways that you can improve that piece of work that you're doing and make it better for everybody.
Awesome, it's just a checkbox. So contentious, maybe not contentious actually. Explain to the whole of the partner base out there, Office 365, Microsoft 365. Okay, so one's a bundle package, one is another bundle package, but actually, how do they differ? You know, is one going to take over from the other?
Yeah. So Microsoft 365 is our hero proposition for customers to provide the best solution for them to empower their employees so they can be most productive in a secure way. They can meet compliance needs that they have, and they can do that wherever they are. And if we think how we work today, we're a much more mobile workforce. We're not necessarily as tied to our desk. So having a solution that is secure wherever their employees are is really important to them. At the centre of Microsoft 365 as a proposition is Office 365. It is the best productivity solution out there, and it really helps. It gives employees what they need to do their job in the most effective way, and it always will be. So they are like They are part of each other.
You know, I think as a gold partner of Microsoft, we've been championing the cause of Microsoft 365 Business for 2 years now, something like that. In the early days, being part of the Seattle plan to just get it out there, push globally. And, you know, I think it's fair to say that one of the things we've found that really hits the streets well is the security element of 365. Now, was that into it by design, you know, because of GDPR, data protection, you know, what's your thinking on that?
Yes, well, the proposition was built to address the customer needs, and the customer need and the changing workplace that we face today is a part of what we face every day. We all want to work differently. We access information and data from a number of different sources. That opens you up to different types of risks as a business, and giving a solution to a customer enables them to be secure, protected, wherever that is what's at the heart of Microsoft 365.
Brilliant. The final big question. So as a partner, you know, what the most important effect, how are we going to embrace Microsoft 365? You know, as a gold partner out there, all of the partners out there listening to this now, what are they thinking? Well, should we carry on with Office 365 or should we do Microsoft 365 Business? Why do we do one over the other?
So I think with anything, right, you start with your customer and your opportunity and your challenge and the issues that they're facing. And I would say that everything that we see and the conversations that resonate most with our customers are the demands of that modern workplace, of those challenges that they're facing. So how do they balance allowing their employees to work in a very diverse way? How do they bring people together to collaborate most effectively and in a way that it causes less tension or disruption in the system? And how do you do that in a secure way? And how do you meet the demands on regulations such as compliance? Yeah. And I say if you come at it from the customer lens, then Microsoft 365 is where you start.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's the single package that binds them all, you know, and that one package that has, 4 packages in it, that is business in a box, isn't it, you know, and we've been crying out for that for so long now, you know, so.
Business in a box, I know a dance, big fish, little fish in a box.
Okay, all right, great.
Yeah, okay.
Is that what
That's the level of my dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing all over again. Yeah, exactly. I think we'll actually cut now and go into episode 3 in a short while. Next time I'm about at Tech Quarters TV, we're going to focus on all the new stuff in Microsoft 365 Business, what's going to land in the future, what things that we need to know about.